meeting to order. Shall we rise for the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, welcome to the meeting. This is a special meeting which has been advertised and has special restrictions. This is not a general meeting. As a matter of housekeeping, if you have a cell phone, would you please silence it? Do we have minutes that we need to approve? One of the first things we have is we need to renew our emergency response contracts with the Everton Volunteer Fire Department, Bentonville Volunteer Fire Department, and Glenwood Volunteer Fire Department. These expire the 31st of this month. And for everybody's knowledge, what these are is $15,000 that has been put into for the last 2 or 3 years, put into the county highway department's budget. And what the volunteer fire departments do when they go on to the scene of a downed power line, a vehicle accident, and the road is blocked by debris and or small trees, they, in exchange for that $5,000, provide the service of removing the trees and to allow the road to be passable until the highway department can come out and not incur overtime. I understand that we are under no obligation to provide monies for the volunteer fire departments, but I do think that hopefully at some point in the future it will get placed because they are suffering. It's very, very difficult for them to raise monies. But right now, the county can't afford much more than this, but that is the basis of this contract. The language is the same. The only thing that's been changed is the date. And so, given that, I'd like to, and I should make the motion, or should make the point that Mrs. King is not here today. She had neck surgery a week or so ago, and she's unable to attend today. So,
Motion to approve.
yeah, this is simply a motion approved, pending approval by our attorney, and nothing has changed from when it was approved last time, Colin.
Motion to approve the contract pending the counselor's approval.
I have a motion, and absent the third commissioner, I will second that. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
2 ayes. The next item of business before us is we had 2 proposals to provide Title VI information and services. Pardon me. Title VI information is something that is required by federal law. It goes hand in hand with ADA, and it's a requirement for federal contracts and monetary awards and things of that nature. I have 2 proposals, one from DLZ, which is the Surveying, Planning, and Construction Services Organization, and their quote, which I highlighted up, is $7,500. I have another one from Gary S. Hunt, First Group Engineering Incorporated, and that one is for $9,800, and this is for 1 year's worth of service. Ms. Lori is here today from DLZ, and do you have anything you want to say, Ms. Lori?
No, I appreciate the opportunity for us to possibly be able to help Fayette County. As I kind of said earlier, it's unfortunate. It's another federal unfunded mandate that kind of gets forced down the throats of the counties. But they kind of hold the carrot and the stick as much as they can withhold the federal funding for federal aid projects. So we've done this with quite a few other jurisdictions, counties and cities and towns, and we're more than happy to help, and we'll make it as painless as possible if you're interested in it. I'm here to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, ma'am. Any questions? Okay, if there are no further questions or comments, I'll entertain a motion for the approval of one of these 2.
Motion to approve the DLZ for $7,500 pending the counselor's approval.
I'll second that. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
2 ayes. One other thing that, Colin, that we need to do is, at some point, when we have one of the commissioners-elect here, the EMA building up on the hill, we need to know how to advertise for that.
Right.
I do have a thumb drive with the plans and stuff on it and everything like that. I just need to know all the legal stuff for the new commissioners to consider that on exactly how it has to be advertised and everything like that. It's obviously, we're not building a new building, it's just remodeling. But if you could, at some time after the first year, make contact with them. Okay?
No problem.
Any other, you want this?
Claims.
Okay. Any other business to come before the board? Any comments from the public or anything like that? Media? Okay. Then we have some claims and payroll here to approve. This is end of year stuff as was advertised. I should mention that I talked to Judge Bush the other day. When she came into office, she bought two workstations, and for a total of about $1,000. And I did authorize us to purchase those to keep there for the incoming judge at $500 total. So that's what this is for. And it'll be up to the judge, I think, the incoming judge to get his new desk in there, but this will keep the staff working and give them a good workstation. So, having said that, is there any questions? Are there any questions?
Need approval.
I need a motion to approve the claims.
Motion to approve the claim.
I will second that. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3 ayes. Excuse me, 2 ayes. Force of habit. Okay, any other business come for the board? I got I should make a note, Gary, that I did sign the FSSA contract for the post-release insurance of jail inmates, and it also covers hospitalization for an inmate, a current inmate, after the first 24 hours. It's waiting on the signature of the Secretary of the FSSA, so you'll probably get that after the first of the year sometime. But they've had some and anticipate some hospitalization type things, so we went ahead and took care of that in our last meeting.
What,
Yes, sir.
Frank, if you don't mind, did you address the contract for the house care at the jail?
I had a meeting with the sheriff last night in here at 7:30 because he had other obligations. And we sat down and quite frankly, we couldn't come up with the deficit. He could have taken, the proposal price was $165 and some change, but that deleted the dental care at $15,000. There were other portions of the contract that could have been removed, but one of those was off-site services. Well, and that was a $15,000 part of the contract. If you remove that, we are still going to have to pay for those off-site services. The last CAT scan I had done was $4,200, so given their population and the possibility of off-site services like that, he and I both felt that that was something that could not be removed. So, long and short is he could have taken some of the monies out of the misdemeanor fund, but it would have been a big hit to it. So he has opted not to pursue that right now. What he is going to do is prepare well in advance before the next budget hearings and try and get everything done that way. but it was his decision, and I agreed with him, but it was his decision not to pursue it at this time.
Could have we shared that with the commissioners' contractual services?
I'm sorry?
Could have we made up that difference through the contractual services?
Yes, yes,
Commissioner's budget?
you could
I
have.
mean, is there room in that budget?
You'll have $160,000 starting off next year, and at the 1st of December, we still had 37 in there, and we've spent some of that down covering end-of-year stuff and things like that, shortfalls. But the last couple of years, I've been pretty frugal with it. So yes, barring some big hit, you could do that, yes.
Share that overage?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you still want to pursue that, I didn't feel like I could commit you guys to that. But if you still want to pursue that, get a hold of him, and you can probably still start it after the first of the year,
Okay.
if that's what you choose.
Okay.
Okay? Any other questions? Counselor? Nothing else coming to the floor, board, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Have a motion and a second for adjournment. Any discussion?
Approve the claims?
We did.
We did.
Okay.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. This is my last time. We stand adjourned.